Hello everybody and welcome to It's a Sure Thing, the global conscious community collective show that celebrates people and businesses and countries that are making a difference. So tonight's show is going to be about WellFest Adelaide. So for those of you who haven't heard about it, it's a new initiative from the City of Adelaide in conjunction with the Adelaide Economic Development Agency to bring vitality back to the city, back to Adelaide, to get people moving again, to get people out again, connecting with others outdoors. It's a fantastic event that has been brought together and delivered for South Australians from the 15th of October to the 31st of October. And there's loads and loads of different things that are going on. And I'm really excited to have to speak with us tonight, Scott Ireland, who used to be with InFront Events, his own event management company, for 25 years. And that's where we originally connected when I used to work with the Royal Flying Doctor Service. So we've had a lot of fun times together in the past and recently reconnected. And it's just amazing what he's getting on board with for South Australia to really bring that energy back. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome and introduce Scott Ireland. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Sue. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here and representing Adelaide Economic Development Agency. That's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
It is a mouthful. We shorten it to AIDA, if that helps.
Yeah. I'll just call it WellFest. Let's just let's call it WellFest because that's what it's all about. So this initiative, can I just ask you why? What's the vision? What's the vision for it?
Okay, so the City of Adelaide has had a strong connection to wellbeing for both its staff as well as the community, the greater community. And it's had a great program running called Wellbeing Month throughout the month of October, which then interlinked with Mental Health Month and National Right to Work Day and a whole range of other key activities. And the Adelaide Economic Development Agency decided that it would be a great idea to grab that and position Adelaide as a city of wellness. And in doing so, they had a vision that it should be wrapped around a festival that is then wrapped around that Wellbeing Month activity. And hence, WellFest Adelaide was born.
Fantastic. And I believe there's a number of different events that are occurring right throughout that period of time, starting with the first event being the Business Leaders Luncheon. So could you tell us more about that? Yeah, business.
I sure can. That event kickstarts the festival on the 15th, Friday, the 15th of October. And that'll be held at the majestic Adelaide Town Hall and hosted by the Lord Mayor of Adelaide. Mm-hmm. And it came about as a result of us looking at corporate business leaders and saying, everyone's talking about the wellbeing of staff given the current pandemic and other forces that are enacting upon us. And we said, we probably need to bring together the business leaders from around the city to come together to have a bit of a network and see where they're up to. So it's a bit like who's looking after the leaders who look after us. And so it has a programming within it with a clinical psychologist, a guy called Dr. Tom Nemi, and Tom will do a bit of a TEDx style talk, which will revolve around why I'm feeling so anxious at the minute and how I begin to remedy that, and some outreach around that. And we're also putting together a panel session which incorporates a range of business operators from the very big with the ANZ Bank and their head of wellbeing. So that's an entirely new role that's been created, and through to smaller hospitality operators who've done it really tough. And they'll provide their perspective around what they've done to innovate, how they're looking after their people, what new things they could be doing. And it's an opportunity for business leaders to ask questions. And that whole session is hosted by Jess Adamson, a journalist from here in Adelaide, South Australia. And it's that one's all wrapped around a beautiful, light, healthy 2-course luncheon and some premium South Australian beverages for $95 a head, plus a booking fee. So it's really good value. We've tried to keep it really low.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, that's fantastic. And how many tickets have you got to that? How many is available? Sorry, how many is available?
So we've still got quite a few tickets available for that.
Okay.
So I wouldn't leave it too long though, because the word's starting to get out there now, and they can be booked on the wellfest.com.au site, and you can have a look at the WellFest Adelaide Business Leaders Luncheon.
Okay, brilliant. And there's also a lot of other different events happening as part of the WellFest Adelaide. You've been partnering with lots of different businesses, local businesses. I know you've got different people coming in running meditations, you've got yoga, you've got exercise, you've got the Wim Hof, you've got all of that happening, haven't you? Like, it's just this massive buzz in the city. So it's feeling really, really exciting actually to be a part of it. So yeah.
Yeah, we're very lucky. We've got this lovely bright yellow corporate brand, and the next piece in the program is Sunday, the 17th of October, which is Wellness Squared. So Adelaide's made up of lots of parklands and lots of squares, and we felt that we should bring people back to the city and show them off. So Hindmarsh Square is the first one. It kicks off at 7 a.m. With some early morning yoga, and then moves through some breath work by a trained Wim Hof method teacher, Kim Burles, who's a pretty amazing guy. And then we move through some a welcome to country at a bit more reasonable hour. And then we move through elements like high intensity training, and then for those who are not so high intensity interval training inclined, there's a beautiful group PT session to take place. And then we move through into other things that make people feel good. So well-being means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and we felt that if something made you feel good, we could probably put it into the program. So we're doing a whole series on tips and tricks for gardening. We're doing some health and nutrition cooking demonstrations with Sprout Cooking School, which is Callum Han and Themis Crescidis. We're moving through some healthy mind sessions about getting you back on track with everything going on. And then as we move through the afternoon, we've got meditation and mindfulness and a bit of collective time, a bit of Pilates, and we'll wrap out each day with some music, but not music as you know it. So it's a beautiful piece on 2 of the days with a singer-songwriter called Rowan Powell, who takes patrons on a journey about how we're all resilient. We just need to understand that we can be more resilient. And he does a really interesting vocal exercise with patrons in the audience that I think people will really enjoy. And we're all done by 5.
Fantastic. Well, I'm just going to have a look at the comments of the viewers. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We've got Jo Bazina, who said she's super excited to be attending the luncheon event and being part of WellFest with Breathe, Stretch, Float. So that's Jo, and a wonderful initiative. Thank you to all who have partnered together to bring this to the CBD. And Adair's really looking forward to getting into some for these really cool events. So yeah, very exciting. Now there's also a little mini expo going on, isn't there, at these Wellness Squared events?
That's correct. At Wellness Squared, there's also a little mini expo which encompasses a range of local businesses. There's some basic food and beverage, but we've really focused on trying to activate the cafes and restaurants around the square locations. Notwithstanding that, and we know that people's relationships with alcohol is different. But what we've done is, in conjunction with the East End Events Group, we've put together a non-alcoholic bar. So you can come and have a mocktail, you can come and have a kombucha, you can come and have something completely different that's got absolutely little or no alcohol in it whatsoever, but looks like it and feels like it.
Well, that's right down my alley. right down. So you've got the first Wellness Squared, which is on Sunday, the 17th of October, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Hindmarsh Square.
That's correct.
Then you've actually got something. Then we'll just talk about the Wellness Squared to keep it simple, because there's a lot going on. Sunday, my mind's like woohoo. Sunday, the 24th of October, is Wellness Squared in Light Square. So it's a similar format for what you just explained, but in Light Square.
That's correct. The difference with that is that as of today, we secured an internationally renowned composer to come and do the last piece of the day. A gentleman by the name of Adam Page and Jared Payne have been working on something for us. It has a quite amazing feel. It's called Beautiful Mess, a cathartic jam session. So we're actually inviting musos who've done it really tough mentally without the ability to rehearse and then perform and then see the elation and feel the elation from that. So we're inviting them to bring their instruments down at 4 o'clock into Light Square, and Adam will lead the group in what will ultimately be a beautiful mess, and it'll probably turn into something amazing by the time we finish.
Oh, so I can bring my little tambourine and my shakers and maracas and my drum. I can bring all of that stuff with me.
Absolutely. Even recorders are allowed, I believe.
We have this on footage now, so really, really bad, but that's okay. So that sounds amazing, actually. That sounds really, really fun, because they have been doing it tough, and there's a lot of people that have been doing it tough. And I know personally, the energy has actually just shifted overnight. And there was a full moon yesterday, and something has happened, and some amazing things have occurred today out of something that I think it's been a full-on time for a lot of people. So having something like this in the city is something actually very close to my heart as well. Enlighten Adelaide, as you know, festival I started 13 years ago. So this just links in beautifully that we can collaborate and partner and just get the information out there and get people coming to the city. So I'll just mention Roz. Hi, Roz. Great idea. Beautiful mess of sounds. I think you're going to be able to hear people from the city all the way down at Old Dinger on that Sunday. I really do.
Roz has pegged that one. I think in the beginning it'll be interesting to listen to, and then it'll gradually form up.
But that's okay. All right. And then the following Sunday, the 31st of October, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Victoria Square.
That's correct.
Okay. And that's the similar format?
That's a similar format, and we'll add, at Light Square and Victoria Square, we'll add Nature Play SA, which is for 8 to 14-year-olds. And there's drawing nature competitions. There's some garden games. There's a whole range of activities for children of that age to come down and enjoy as well. And I omitted to mention that at all of these, if you're a dancer and dancing makes you feel good, we've got one of Adelaide's best DJs who will be spinning 3 channels of silent disco. So if you want to come down and move, please come down and move with us in the outdoors in the parklands in the city.
Beautiful. And of course, you're free to be you outdoors, right?
Absolutely.
So let's just leave that as it is. Cynthia Richardson, she said it sounds beautiful already. Nice to have you here, Cynthia. She's in the Riverland, so good to have her here. So let's just talk about the other event that we haven't mentioned yet, because there is more. Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
It's like the dental. That short, this short. Okay, Saturday the 23rd of October, Scott, is the Hounds on Hut.
So, during COVID, we felt that there were a whole heap of people, and I'm guilty, who went out and bought puppies or replaced dogs. So we felt that there was an existing program in Hutt Street, which is one of Adelaide's main streets with lots of restaurants and cafes along it. We felt that it would be great to pick up on a program that they'd run called Take the Lead, which was encouraging people to bring their dogs down. So we decided to close the street on Saturday the 23rd of October. We decided to close the street, allow the restaurants and cafes to spread out a lot more, put some entertainment, put a photo booth in, put some vet talks, put some other things into the street. And then you can, having dined with your pet in one of these great cafes or restaurants down there, you could then make your way down Halifax Street, which is just around the corner, to Victoria Park, where there is an amazing array of activity that's been put together in conjunction with the RSPCA SA. So that includes a whole stage program that has big time vet talks, group obedience classes for your dogs. We're doing a whole series of talking treats, so you can learn what treats your dog should have, and you'll hear from some treat makers and what they put in, all South Australian local companies. There's agility demonstrations, there's noseworks demonstrations, and there's this amazing tech talk. So I don't know whether you've seen it, Sue, but there's things now that have sensors in them that when the dog comes near it, the ball moves, and when the dog gets disinterested, the ball stops, and stuff like that. The RSPCA have provided us with their big tech man in the toy world in relation to pets, and he'll talk through some of the new ones. All of this is hosted by an amazing MC, and SAFM are going to come down and do a broadcast with us as well, because Cozzy's looking for a friend for his dog.
Okay.
So that will be
get more than a friend.
Yeah, correct. And there's a whole series of really fun giveaways throughout the day. There's the chance to go on a Parklands walk where there are surprises for everyone. The dog gets a treat, the people get a treat, and then everyone gets a treat on their way around the walk. There's a short walk, there's a long walk. Yeah, it's just a big day of fun. There's a whole range of market expo stalls in there, which are all dog related. So again, you can ask the questions you want and that sort of thing. There are 3 dog competitions during the day that you can register for on the day. So if you think you look like your dog, you can come along and enter in that one. If you have an amazing gotcha story for a rescue dog, we'd love to hear that on the day as well. Yeah. Or if your dog has a trick, we want to see those dog tricks as well. So it's a huge day for dogs and their people, or their humans as they refer to them. And it should be an absolute cracker of a day that I don't know how you could not feel good after something like that.
Well, I'm just thinking, oh my God, I still want to go along. I don't have a dog anymore, but I really want to come.
Doesn't matter.
I don't have to have a dog, right? I can just come play with all the dogs and have fun.
Correct. All you need to do is register on the website, wellfest.com.au. It's a booking through Eventbrite. They're free tickets. That gets you in. And don't worry if you don't have a dog. Come and appropriate someone else's dog for a little minute there. You'll have an absolute ball. And it will, I'll guarantee you that one will make you feel good.
I think all of it will make you feel good, Scott, to be honest. And just to reiterate, with all of these events are all free.
Yeah.
Like they're all free. The only one that you pay for is the luncheon.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And we even discounted that.
Yes, I can tell that you have. I can tell that it's worth a lot more than that. So, so the sprout cooking. I just want to go back to the sprout cooking. Yep. So, now something that makes me feel good is chocolate. Mm-hmm. So, will chocolate be there?
I would anticipate that Sprout will do something around chocolate. Yeah. Chocolate in moderation can make everybody feel good. And when Adelaide's full of suppliers like Hague's and Melba's and that sort of thing, you can't help but and Robin Men's even. You can't help but love chocolate.
Absolutely, absolutely that. And there's cacao as well, which is the natural chocolate. So I'm sure they'll do a really good job of that. So well, I think that's probably, we've covered a lot, Scott. So and like, amazing that you've been involved with this for, I mean, when did you come on board to start working on this?
So I joined the team on the 2nd of August, and so it's been a bit of a head spin, but it's been really, really exciting. And there are some other great partner events that have come on board as well. So there's an amazing luncheon going to happen on Saturday, the 30th of October in the East End, which is a ticketed and paid event because it's not run by us. It's called Food for the Soul, and it's run by a group of East End businesses. And that's definitely worth a look under the partner events on the website. There's the Vegan Festival on the 30th and 31st of October, who Lee's team have been doing an amazing job against all odds to make that work this year, and it's just incredible. There's Wellbeing SA have an amazing program called Billion Steps Challenge, which is quite cool, that you can register for and just get your steps up, which will do you some good and it'll help the state overall. And then at the Central Market, there's Market Minis, and they're doing healthy meals with little chefs, so the kids, and focusing them on what things are good for you and what things are perhaps not so good for you and should only be eaten in moderation. And they also have a chili crab shack on the 29th and 30th of October in the Adelaide Central Market that Sprout are doing. And I don't know about you, but chili crab is one of those pleasures in life that you sort of love to get stuck into.
I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm like, thanks for that. That would be really nice for someone to just do that for me. So there's so many, I mean, that's why I wanted to get you on here tonight to actually just explain it, because for me to try and remember all of that is just not going to happen. But it's all on the website. It's all really easy to follow on the website as well. It'd be fantastic to see everybody, Adelaide Design for Life. It would be great to see everybody to come along. I actually will be, and a few people that I know will be having some stalls at the Wellness Squared. I was going to call it.
That's it.
Yeah, the Wellness Squared. I will be there, and there'll be a few other people that I know there as well. So any details, they can go to the website and pre-book online, just so that you can actually get your tickets. It's free, but still just register and pre-book. Then you've got all that out of the way. Sounds fantastic. Look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for bringing your expertise to this festival and making it happen. It's something that we've needed for so long, and I know when we connected, I was quite emotional that you actually.
It's beautiful. It's a pleasure, and the team at the Adelaide Economic Development Agency and the City of Adelaide have done an amazing job to get this all together and create this amazing brand, and create what we hope will become an ongoing legacy. The intention is to have it as an ongoing legacy and grow it each year with new and interesting events as we move forward.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Thank you so much, Scott, and thank you to everybody for coming on and listening. Please spread the news, share it as much as you can, bring your families, bring your friends, come along, come and say hi. And also check out the Enlighten Tribe Facebook page and sushaw.com.au to have a look at the global wellness directory that is on there if you are looking for any wellness practitioners all over the world, actually, not just South Australia. So look forward to seeing you all next week if you can join us. We have guest Tony Everard, who is an NLP practitioner. So she'll be on next week. So thank you so much, Scott, and I'll see you very soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.